Michael Hernandez here of MLH Media, and we are here today for the 10-second mark. And I'm here today with Fabian Maldonado, Tri-City MMA. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel pretty good right now. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, no worries, man. 1-0 now. Previously fought at 559 fights and 95 against a very game Sean Murphy, a very loud crowd you had in support for you that night. Take us through your first ever win in MMA.
It was something really different. I didn't expect it to come how it did, but man, it felt so good having that love and support from my team and friends and family that showed up for me and people just cheering along and the crowd being there just felt amazing.
How
Just
did
felt
you
amazing.
how did you first get started over there at Tri-City MMA, Coalinga based gym? It's very popular for all the people over there in that area. I feel like even for you, you're over there in Avenal, correct? I feel like you guys
Yes.
are able to get a good amount of people going over to that gym. So what do you feel kind of separates Tri-City MMA from the rest of the gyms, maybe in the areas that so many guys are just wanting to go there and get working?
You know what? Tri City just felt like home. You know, the team, the coaches, and some of the guys I wrestled with back in high school previously, and it just felt like home going there. Rolling around, getting involved, especially being so close to my community from Avenal, and just being right there to Kalinga. You just can't ask for more. It's just what it is. Great team, great personnel. Can't complain. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Have you enjoyed the city of Coalinga? Do you often reside over there in that area? Just because you spend a lot of time training over there, I'm guessing, especially getting some prep for this fight. Have you got to tour the city a little bit more, or have you kind of just really stuck with Avenal? Because you definitely do have a huge fan base coming out of your hometown. Even at the 559 fights 95, it was very apparent that a lot of people there had some very strong ties to you.
Yes, I'm still in Avenal. I haven't left, but lately I've been more in Kalinga, and it's okay. I don't mind it. Kalinga shows love as well too. They're always out there to support.
Apologies.
And the people from Avenal and Kalinga, man, it's just amazing. You just can't ask for more, and I recommend a lot of people to come out to our gym, Tri City, all the way.
I was gonna add on to that when I recently spoke to Enoch McCottrell, your teammate over there at Tri-City
Oh
MMA.
yeah,
He originally told me when he moved over there, he was like, "Yeah, I can see the sea right by." His roommate had told him the whole sea story. I don't know if he had ever explained that to you. That his roommate in back in the day had said that he could see the sea from his window, but in reality, it was the sea for Colinga. It wasn't the sea for the sea. So he was telling
yep,
me about that, man, and I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I always like hearing what different guys, because you guys are able to, like how I said earlier, pull a lot from outside of that town and being able to pull into Kalinga, which is very interesting. A lot of gyms are not able to do that. Oftentimes guys that are going to gyms that are training, they're like, hey, I'm from Visalia, I'm going to train in Visalia, or so on and so forth. But traveling all the way from Avenal, how is it coming from over there? Because like I was saying earlier, very small town, but definitely ride very hard for the people coming out of Avenal. Always have had a very supportive community. How is it to come from an area like Avenal?
coming from Avenal, it's just always support and love. Avenal is great, great little town. I grew up here my whole life, born and raised here. And Kalinga's the same way. If you're from Kalinga, born and raised, and the community's great, you can't complain. Everyone's awesome. You can't complain about the people. Support, it's there. In both cities, both towns, it's amazing. It's always there, the support.
Did you used to wrestle over at Avenal High School, I'm guessing then?
Yes, yes. I
Yes.
wrestled in Avenal High School as well.
Did you ever have any face-offs with Colingo over back in the days?
Yeah, yeah, we used to all the time. That was a rivalry back then, and it was great. It was both little towns going at it toe to toe in our matches, and it was exciting.
And it definitely has produced a lot of guys. I mean, obviously, you got Francisco Hurtado over there looking to also be
Oh
on
yeah.
this 559 fights 100 card along with yourself. And then, obviously, Enoch wasn't wrestling with you guys over in that area, but now he's based out over there in Kalinga. So, he's kind of an adopted Kalinga family member that's grown along to become part of your guys' group over there at Tri City MMA. But just to continue to talk a little bit more about yourself and a little bit more about that last win against Sean Murphy, what were some things that were going through your head throughout the fight? Obviously, a very good performance from you, but Sean Murphy was definitely giving you some shots in there, giving it right back to you. How did you feel about the fight? Did you feel at the end that you had won the fight? Exactly were your thoughts going round through round?
Um, I stick with the game plan with my coaches, Bubby, and Enoch was there. Of course, he was on my corner as well. and we just stick with game plan. And he was a great opponent, and we just stick with game plan, regardless what, as high as it got, the level of the punches, what he gave back and what I gave towards. It was there. The pressure was there, and every round we stuck with game plan, and we just followed through, and successfully we won. We got that W, and hopefully coming this 16th, that we're gonna follow game plan, and it's gonna follow through right.
Another opponent that you're going to be having on for 559 fights 100, another very game opponent from that Dethrone base camp over there, Jose
Mm-hmm.
Estrada. He's been getting a little bit of training over there in Mexico, but technically based out of Dethrone. How do you feel about this next matchup for you? A very interesting matchup, I feel like, can have some big projections for the upcoming 170 title picture at 559 fights.
It feels pretty good. I watched a couple of his fights, and he looked good. He looked good. I have nothing bad to say about him. He looks like a great opponent for me, and we'll just see on the ring. It all matters there. That's where it counts.
Yes, you guys both have that heavy grappling style, and then both of you guys can definitely swing and bang. So it will be a great time over there at 559 Fights 100 on September 16th at the Visalia Convention Center. Kind of found some time, found some things to do that maybe have separated from your wrestling career, any past combat experiences. Have you added on any routines or anything different into your MMA training regimens?
Lately, I've been getting more into kickboxing. Yeah, that's been with my coaches, my team. We've been working more of that, especially grappling. I'm a wrestler for all the way. But lately we've been implying a little bit more kickboxing, so that's something new. That's something new for me. I've been loving and falling into.
Has there been any times in the past where you were like thinking of possibly going into kickboxing before, or has this kind of been a new recent flame?
A new recent flame, yeah, I gotta say, a new recent flame that's been catching, boxing especially, kickboxing as well, and it just all comes together for MMA. That's what I feel.
Yes, that is definitely two things that compare very well with that great wrestling style that you have. Some great stand up to add on to it always makes
Mhm.
for a greater fighter, and you're going to see the results of that come September 16th. Fabian, you have been absolutely awesome today, man. I really appreciate your time. You're always very attentive at the fights. Always great to talk to. For your
Yeah, yeah.
teammate, though, very excited about his matchup as well. Francisco Hurtado, has he
Oh yeah.
what have you got to talk to him in the gym? What exactly have been his thoughts? Because I know he's a busy guy. He's always but I'm
Oh,
gonna be looking to talk to him tomorrow. What exactly are your kind of your relationship, and how do you guys get along in the gym, especially when you guys are both training for some pretty big fights?
It's great. We both get in there and we both get the job done. We both work together. We have great conversations about our fights. We train hard together. That's one thing. Me and Francisco, he's a great partner to have. Um, he's look out because he's coming, man. He's looking good. He's looking really good out there. Training, out of camp. He's just all the way around a great guy. Great partner to have around with.
What are some trajectories that we could maybe see for both you guys? Because you guys both kind of came into MMA right around near the same time. I think he has one more fight compared to you, but you guys both kind of are around that same time frame. Are we possibly going to see a professional debut? Because
We'll see about that. We're just in the works. We're still getting stuff out. We're still fighting. We're still picking up stuff, and it's just more to improve then. And we just gotta wait until then.
yes, have the city of Avenal and city of Kalinga, have they been raving about 559 fights 100? Have they been talking a
Oh
lot?
yeah,
Obviously.
oh yeah. I've been putting up flyers and posters, and guys, we're gonna bring it again. We're gonna bring all the crowd again. We're gonna bring the people of Avenal and Kalinga together, and we're gonna go out there to the 559 fights in Visalia, and it's gonna be amazing.
If it's anything like that last fight, man, I'm pretty sure it is going to be an absolute amazing time in the crowd, as it always is at 559 fights. But
Yeah.
man, the city of Avenal and the city of Kalinga, whenever they come out, they definitely always bring a huge energy and a huge vibe. So I definitely got to give a big shout out to them. Big shout out to the gym Tri-City MMA. You guys have definitely been doing your guys' thing over there with you guys' fighters. Very excited to see where all of your guys' trajectories are going. Fabian Maldonado, did you have any last words today that you wanted to say for the 10-second mark, my man?
You know what? I want to give a big shout out to my coaches, my team, my family, and another big shout out to my coach, Avenal Underdog Boxing, man. They've been holding it down for me as well, always showing love and support. Got to represent Avenal as well, just like Kalinga Tri-City, baby.
Any sponsors or anything of the sort?
No.
No. Hey, well, that's just a perfect opportunity, man. Just make sure any companies watching this, you guys are keeping a tag on Fabian Maldonado, man. This guy always sells a ton of tickets, always brings a ton of butts into the seats. So this is the guy you guys are definitely going to want to keep tabs on. And a guy that has come out of a gym that has produced some pretty good talent for 559 fights in the past. So Fabian Maldonado, thank you so much for your time today. I very much look forward to your performance on September 16th at 559 fights 100. Until then, you have a great rest of your day today, my man. Michael Hernandez here of MLH Media and the 10-second mark. And we are going to be signing out with the 1-0, possibly looking to become 2-0, Fabian Maldonado.
Thank you,
All
man. You have
righty,
a good
brother.
one.